Hi, Leo. Welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-December 2023 love reading. Thank you to those of you who like, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the bridging the gap spread. And the way it works is I'll look at the past, present, and future energies between you and the main love interest. Once we get to roll that, we'll pull some oracle cards as well for some additional insight, and that's where the bridging the gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, and on the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. Also keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to be your friends, and the cards on the left is your energy, and the cards on the right is the other person's. If you feel like it's the way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have illusion. So this is the equivalent of the moon in traditional tarot. So it's good to be saying that in the past you might not have felt like you were seeing the situation clearly with this person, right? You just might have been a little bit unsure as to whether or not you could trust the situation or not. You might have felt like the two of you had quite a few differences between the two of you, but at the same time, you might have felt this draw toward them that you couldn't necessarily explain. All right, past energy on their side, we have the Four of Wands. So this is Aries energy here. And to me, this could just be saying strictly from a decision-making perspective, right? To see the moon energy, which is a bit indecisive, versus an Aries energy here, which is a lot more action-oriented and decisive and optimistic in this specific respect as well. Could just be saying that in the past, they might have felt a lot more sure of the energy between the two of you as far as the connection goes. So they might have been viewing it through a much more optimistic lens. All right, in the present position, we have the Three of Staves. So this is Aries energy here now on your side as well. But I feel like this is saying that some of you still might not fully be sure whether or not you're comfortable with the situation just yet, right? Usually the Three of Staves energy is representing waiting for your ships to come in, right? So usually this is the perspective of someone who feels like they've done their fair share in a situation, and then they want the results of that to come in their favor. So could just be saying that in the present you're still not really giving to the connection. I feel like you could just be in an energy of expecting to receive more at this time. All right, present energy on their side, we have the Devil. So if we look at this energy here, we see the spotlight coming down around them, right? And usually the Devil represents, you see feminine and masculine energies together. Here we just see a feminine energy. So it could just be saying that this could be the disconnect between the two of you right now, right? Where, like I said in the past, it looks like they might have been more action-oriented. And in the present, it looks like you're in an energy of just falling back and expecting to receive. And it looks like, unfortunately, at this time, they are as well, right? So here we could see where there could be that clash. If no one's taking action in the connection, then nothing's really going to happen, right? So I could see it playing out a couple of different ways. For some of you, this could just be saying that initially they were putting energy toward the connection with the thought that, oh, okay, now eventually Leo will reciprocate, right? So they're feeling like, hey, I put the energy in the past, now Leo can reciprocate toward me. Whereas you might have been looking through that more the lens of, oh, okay, here's this person coming along who wants to give to me, right? Not necessarily thinking that there was an expectation of having to give back, right? So you're just still expecting to receive more, but now they're like, oh, well, I was giving, but I was hoping to receive back, right? So somewhat of a common dynamic that can happen in connections. Hopefully I explained that well, but that's kind of what I'm seeing there. All right, and future energy on your side, we have the Queen of Arrows. So this is a Libra energy here. And we do see the way she's holding on to that arrow there, right? And somewhat looking over her shoulder. We also see the bird, which is another indicator of communication. So I feel like this is saying that there's the desire on your part to potentially communicate, but you're really hoping for them to continue to take the lead. So yeah, it could just be one of those things where, like I said, it looks like they might have set a precedent where by being so action-oriented in the past, you might have the expectation now that that's just how they're always going to operate. Whereas they seem to have set the precedent thinking that, oh, I'm going to give, and with the expectation that eventually Leo would give back, right? So, like I said, it tends to happen often, but it's what seems like what's going on here. All right, and future energy on their side, we have the Two of Pentacles. So this is actually a Capricorn energy and represents the first 10 degrees of Capricorn. So this could just be pointing to the energy you'll see toward the end of December. But yeah, here we see a bit more of a cold energy, right? So either this could just be saying that that's how they feel when they advance toward you, right? Then, okay, well, I was giving energy to Leo and they didn't really reciprocate, so they might just feel like you're not interested, right? Or now, if you come toward them, which seems a little less likely, they might feel like, well, where's this coming from now? So it seems like the trust and balance is definitely off in this connection for sure. All right, and bottom of the deck on your side, we have the King of Cups. So this is a Scorpio energy here. And if we look at the body language, right, back to the cards on the side, the cup leaning away. If we represent the cups are representing emotions, wherever, if that's how we view it, this could just be saying that for whatever reason you have the feelings for this person, but it seems like there's a reluctance to express those feelings. All right, and bottom of the deck on their side, we have Temperance. So this is a Sagittarius energy here, and Temperance usually also represents an energy of balance. So what I'm getting from this, given what we've already been talking about with the spread, including the fact that we see the King of Cups there with the back turned, right, which could represent withholding the emotions, I'm looking at the fact that she's pouring into that cup and it's overflowing, right? And we even see that water there, well, whatever liquid it is, or it could be alcohol, whatever, but it's almost making a question mark shape, right? So I feel like this is saying that, from at the very least, from their perspective, they're feeling like, hey, I'm expressing my feelings to Leo. Do they reciprocate, right? So that could be what they're feeling right now. They might feel like they've already stated how they felt, right? Made it clear what their intentions are. And I mean, not to pick sides here, right? Because like I said, for some of you, you're going to resonate more with this energy versus the energy on this side. But from what I'm seeing, it really does look like they have been putting the effort and you've just been, undecided initially and then wanting to receive. So I can see where their confusion will come into play there, but I don't know. We'll see what the Oracle cards add to the mix. First, we'll see what we get from the Messages of Love deck here. Just going to pull a single card from this deck. All right, and next we'll see what we get from the Wisdom Oracle deck. Same situation, that's going to pull a single card from this deck as well. And then we'll read the messages from both cards and wrap up the reading with that. All right, and let's see what we got from Messages of Love first. Okay, we have Wait. It says the timing is not quite right. Well, yeah, I mean, to me, that almost seems like an understatement, right? Because, like I said, it looks like there's definitely a disconnect on who should be doing what and when, right? As far as the way you guys are viewing the connection right now. And that does remind me, seeing this here, that we will be starting Mercury retrograde in a few days. So, yeah, makes sense in that regard that it's like, maybe right now this isn't the right time to act, and maybe that's why we're seeing such a disconnect. But let's see what this card says. All right, from Wisdom Oracle, we have Blessed. There's the artwork, and the number is 22. So we'll see what this has to say. Okay, it says you are moving toward a deepening of intimacy and a unique and sacred partnership. You know you are meant to make this connection. This union, blessed by the divine, will bring transformation and beauty to the world. This is also a sign that, even more important, you're being called to a deeper intimacy with yourself and spirit. With this new development, you will see evidence of grace in your life. So yeah, interesting message there, right? All the references to spirit there reminds me of the fact that there will be a full moon in your 12th house toward the end of December. So maybe that could help clear some of this energy out, right? Because like we said, it definitely looks like there's a little bit of a confusion at play. But yeah, hope it ever resonates with you guys. Hope you have a good holiday season and new year, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.